Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Dr. James Keene, and I have the honor of serving as the Executive Dean and CEO of the Michael J. Grant campus at Suffolk County Community College. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this prestigious event where we officially open our new Learning Resource Center. What makes our celebration so meaningful is that we have with us so many partners of the college who help make this project a reality. Today we come together not to celebrate bricks and mortar, but rather this new centerpiece, this new heart of the campus. The Learning Resource Center serves as a living room of our campus, where students study alone or together, congregate, relax, build community, or simply reflect. The college library has changed over time from its traditional role as a repository for collections of books and materials to a key role in supporting student learning, exploration and discovery, and enrichment. This new structure does just that. As dean of the campus, my ultimate responsibility is to provide our students the best academic environment which fosters and promotes active learning. This new building, through all the new services and spaces, allows us to meet that goal. For the first time in campus history, we're able to offer under one roof all of our library and media services, a robust information commons, all of our academic support programs, including math centers, writing centers, science and business tutoring, ESL tutoring and lab, and our academic computer classrooms. Additionally, we have the Faculty Center for Teaching and Learning and the Faculty Athenaeum, which promotes and fosters pedagogical development for our amazing faculty. When we began the project in 2011, we surveyed our students to what they wanted, and the number one item was quiet study and gathering spaces. This new building offers numerous study rooms installed with the best-in-class technology, over 130 study carrels, and group workspaces throughout the building. In just the first few weeks of the semester, we have already experienced the transformation to the campus, students gathering together to work on projects. We see an increase in classes coming to the library for research seminars, and an increase in students using our support services in just these first 6 weeks of the semester. This building has already become the heart of the campus, serving as a respite for our students. In a few moments, we will recognize many of our local, state officials and community members that without the support, this building would not be possible. I would, however, be remiss if I did not take a moment to thank all those at the college and campus who are part of the design and building process. This includes our amazing president, Dr. Sean McKay, who works constantly to enhance learning at the college. My co-chair of the design committee, head librarian at the time, Dr. David Quinn, the faculty, staff, and students who served on the various design committees and planning implementation, the current leadership and the staff of the tutoring centers, library, ETU, plant operations, who have worked tirelessly during the move and transition into this new space. I would also like to give special thanks to Paul Cooper, John DeMeo, Ron Nappy, and their teams who serve as the college engineers and contractors who worked with us each step of the process. So many members of our local community and throughout the state were instrumental in working to have the amazing building constructed, and I'd like to recognize them now and ask that you hold your applause until all have been named. We're very honored to have with us numerous special guests from SUNY. I'd like to begin by recognizing Dr. Kristina Johnson, Chancellor, State University of New York. Our board chair, Teresa Sanders. Johanna Duncan-Poitier, Senior Vice Chancellor for Community Colleges and Educational Pipeline. Our presiding officer of the Suffolk County Legislature, Dwayne Gregory. Legislator Monica Martinez, Chair, Education and Human Service Committee. And Rabbi Stephen Moss joins us today. In addition, we have members of our Board of Trustees and Foundation Board. Shirley Coverdale, Board of Trustees nominee. Gordon Canary, Lily Bryant, and our student trustee, Jerome Boast, from the Board of Trustees. Many local officials are with us today, and we'd like to recognize Legislator Sarah Anker, Legislator Robert Calarco, Legislator Tom Simi, Legislator Leslie Kennedy, Legislator William Lindsay, and Legislator Thomas Murator. Comptroller John Kennedy, Town Islip Supervisor Angie Carpenter are with us today as well. We have many members from the community joining us today, and we're very happy and thrilled to have with us the President of St. John's University, Dr. Conrad Gamshua, George Rodriguez, Vice Provost and Chief Enrollment Officer from St. John's University, from the Foundation Board, Mary Reed, May Lane, Angel Rivera, Milagros Nieves, and Todd Johnson. And from the Suffolk County Police Chief, Stuart Cameron. We have with us today the Honorable Wayne Horsley from the Department of Parks, Honorable Brian Foley from the Department of Parks, and from the Suffolk County Department of Civil Service, Alan Schneider, Philip Cohen, and Hella Kerr. We have with us from the Brentwood Chamber of Commerce, Ellen Edelstein, and we have with us the Assistant Director of Brentwood Library, C.B. Solis. We also have with us today the Superintendent of Sayville School Districts, John Stimmel. There are numerous librarians that have been with us and has helped advise us as we designed and implemented this new library. Many from the college and the community would like to recognize Susan Lieberthal, Head Librarian at the Ammerman Campus, Dana Duncan Artenucci, Head Librarian of the Eastern Campus, Kevin Peterman, the Coordinator from the Grand Campus, Mark McBride, the SUNY Office of Library Information, Constantina Constanu, University Libraries from Stony Brook University, Barbara Gray, CUNY School of Journalism Library, and Min Liu, Long Island Library Resource Council. And we had many state and local officials that were unable to attend but sent representatives to this prestigious event. They include representatives from Governor Andrew Cuomo's office, representatives from New York State Assembly John Pierre's office, representatives from New York State Senator Tom Croce's office, representatives from New York State Senator John Flanagan's office, representatives from U.S. Senator Kristen Gillibrand's office, representatives from Long Island University, President Kim Klein, representatives from Vaughan College, representing President Sharon DeVito, are all with us today. And we thank you and we applaud you and we thank you for being with us today. At this time, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce Rabbi Dr. Stephen Moss to begin our program with a building blessing. Rabbi Moss.
Everyone please stand. Our standing enables us to understand that in prayer it is important that we don't simply slouch, but we stand tall before the Lord and open our minds and hearts and souls to the everlasting God. Dear God, on this most glorious day, we ask your blessings upon Dr. Kristina Johnson, Chancellor, State University of New York, upon Suffolk County Community College President Sean McKay, upon the Board of Trustees, upon the administration and faculties of this most incredible and forward-thinking institution of higher education, upon our state, county, and local government officials, upon all who are here this day. For truly this is the day the Lord has made, and let us be glad and rejoice in it. Let us rejoice, dear God, in the vision that went into designing and constructing this amazing Learning Research Center. Let us rejoice, dear God, in the ability of those who understood that it was important not only to put a beautiful building on this campus, but to create a learning environment that would inspire those who enter through its doors to learn and to take what is learned and use this information to change society and the world for good, for the good of all humankind. And let us then, dear God, be filled with gladness and joy to know that as we turn to you, that this day truly is a blessed one, with the knowledge that what has been accomplished here in this place and dedicated today in this place is to truly be a beacon of educational excellence for all who come here to learn. This center is an academic jewel for our county. We are blessed this day, dear God, in being here and dedicating this center. And we ask, dear God, that you look upon us and this center, and as you did at the very time of creation, look upon it and say, this is good, this is very good. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Moss. It's now my pleasure to introduce our tireless working student advocate, Dr. Sean L. McKay, our 6th president. Dr. McKay.
Good morning and welcome. That's a mea culpa. Good afternoon. Rabbi Morse, I want to say thank you. From a preacher's kid, I'm always giving thanks, and certainly having you here today was a special moment for us, so thank you, Rabbi Morse. I also like to thank Jim Keene, who is the MC today, and Jim is the tireless person that took over from me on this campus and works 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and I think I might need to change your name to Jim McKay. But certainly, today's a great day. We are here to celebrate and to really celebrate and to have our Chancellor with us. Chancellor, this is the first time you're visiting Suffolk County Community College, Dr. Kristina Johnson, and I must say that you're visiting the best college in the state of New York. Now, I could say that. The Chancellor has 30 other colleges she could say the same thing for. But I'll take the liberty to say that. And also with us is Senior Vice Chancellor, my good friend, Joanna Duncan-Poitier. Joanna. Now, very shortly, we'll be cutting the ribbon on this fabulous building. Our new Learning Resource Center will do much more than replace the small library space that had served this campus very well in its time. As you can see, this center reflects new themes and formats being incorporated by libraries across this country. It is a center for learning, providing not just individual learning spaces, but also opportunities for collaborative learning, preparing students for the team-oriented approach to work being implemented in a progressive manner so they can be ready for the place of work. Not only just the architecture, but the building's purpose demonstrate a central value of Suffolk County Community College, to always look forward, to be attuned to progress, and to be on the cutting edge of what our students need to be successful. This center is a powerful symbol of the value that the college and the students bring to the vitality of this community. Madam Chancellor, for a long time, we knew that our former library was half the size of what was recommended by SUNY. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the library we had before only had 2 study spaces for 9,000 students. Chancellor, 2 study spaces for 9,000 students. The desire to address the need inspired many years of appeals to our county and state elected officials, led by our students, campus faculty, administrators, governance, union leadership, to seek funding for this building. The building is not only on the cutting edge, but it is also slated to be a LEED certified building. It will be the second LEED certified building on this campus. Now, we didn't do this by ourselves. We were supported by our partners, members of the Suffolk County Legislature, New York State Legislature, and we were finally able to dedicate space for all of our full-time and part-time students here at this college. And the key part of this as well is the neighboring community and our librarians in the neighboring community that would also partner with us and use this facility, because we partnered together to serve the same students who are your residents. Now I must say this again, there's no other building in Suffolk County like this. None. And we must give kudos to our elected officials that are here with us today. Could you all please stand, our elected officials that are here? Without your support, today would not be a reality. But with your support, tomorrow will be a reality for the same students that are coming here to this college. And I know that this is just the beginning, because the very next building that's going to be in this campus is a renewable energy STEM center focusing on wind, geo, nano, solar, cybersecurity, and energy management. Suffolk County is going to be at the forefront of transformation in all industry sectors, right here on this campus. So Jim, there's more work coming your way. Now, as I conclude my remarks, I must do this because there are several members that are here with us today that really, really played a key part in this building. When we say Suffolk County Community College with 3 campuses and 2 downtown centers, we have employees that are working across the system. But in this building, they all came together to make sure that this building would be a reality. So I'll call their names, and you can hold the applause until I complete the listing. Tom Tate and Dennis Canassis from Wiedesum, John DeMayo and Paul Cooper, our engineers at the college, Steve Clark, Network Telecommunications, Pete DeGregorio from the Educational Technology Unit, Lynn McCloat. Now, Lynn was the glue that kept this all together. Lynn, is Lynn here? Come here, Lynn. Now, Lynn, when Lynn says to do something, you got to do it because she keeps scores. Now, Lynn was the mastermind behind all of this, right? Now, Kevin, what's the gentleman's name I met this morning? Ronnie Nappy. So there are 2 people in this building that made this thing happen, Lynn and Ronnie Nappy. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and they kept scores with everything. If things were not right, Lynn will call you up and say, you got to do it over again. That was Lynn. So Lynn, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Dr. McKay.
Then you had Joe Frackelberry, the Director of Plant Operations on this campus, and Dr. David Quinn, who was retired. I started on this campus in 2005. I started with David Quinn, and David had that idea from a very long time, but he retired. But we brought him back last week to see his vision that came into reality, and he couldn't believe that this actually happened. But David Quinn, we can't forget him. Then you go to Debbie Tagliente in Communications, Evan Pierce, Communications, Joe Blanco, Professional Assistant, Ed Hasselline, Professional Assistant, Paul Wu, Specialist, Doug Pote, Systems Analyst, Bill Theobald, College Aide, Drew Rubinowitz, Associate Director, Anthony Wilson, Professional Assistant, Ed Thornlow, Office Systems, Matt Lazarus, Office Systems. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, there are many individuals and companies that were involved here, and we do have Wiedesum. Could you just stand, be acknowledged? The architects behind this building. And Chancellor, this building is such a state-of-the-art building that the company from New Zealand that gave us the glass flew in to come and see the building this past weekend from New Zealand. So we're already on the map. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you because we want to move to the ribbon cutting ceremony, and that's going to be, to me, a period where it takes me back to 2 rooms and 9,000 students. Today we have 300 computers in this building for students. 300. And we have 20 study rooms. 20, right here. Okay? So our students could then work in groups, have group assignments, and at the same time, we have all our stats back here and our carousels back here that are all wired, Wi-Fi. So this is the state-of-the-art building. At the same time, we have a green roof out here, and it's a LEED certified building. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Suffolk County Community College second LEED certified building, which is in accordance with our strategic plan. And certainly when we get the STEM building, which is next, that would also be a LEED certified building. So we are moving our college in a direction that would cut the carbon footprint and remain on the map. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Before we continue with the program, just a few folks that we forgot to recognize. We apologize, and were able to just join us. From the Foundation Board, Michael Grant, and Kara Hahn from the Suffolk County Legislature. Thank you so much for being here. It's now my pleasure, and we're honored to have with us today our new Chancellor from the State University of New York. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kristina Johnson.
Well, good afternoon. What a pleasure to be here. And I'd first like to acknowledge the music, the quartet, John Jerome, his daughters, and associate. So I think it's always interesting. I actually did a talk once about the connection between math and the arts. And so Professor Jerome is also head of the math department. So it continues. But so thank you, President McKay. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Presiding officer of the Suffolk County Legislature, Dwayne Gregory, fellow elected representatives, Board of Trustees Chair Teresa Sanders, and members of the Board of Trustees, Foundation Board, community college leaders, our faculty, students, and friends, and our staff. As the 13th Chancellor of the State of New York, it's my honor and pleasure to be here with you today and to congratulate the entire Suffolk community for this incredible new Learning Resource Center here on the Michael J. Grant campus. One of the reasons I came to SUNY is because I believe that every person should have the chance to realize, as Eleanor Roosevelt said, the beauty of their dreams. And this facility certainly is the beauty of your dream. So congratulations. State of New York, I should say the State University of New York was founded 70 years ago, and Suffolk Community College about 60 years ago, with the explicit purpose of offering the opportunity of higher education to all New Yorkers, people of all backgrounds, beliefs, and aspirations. And my mother grew up in New York. She is a New Yorker, New York City, and didn't have the opportunity growing up in the Depression as an Irish immigrant to pursue that dream. But she made sure that each one of her children understood that, as Gracie said in A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, that education will rise you out of the grime. And that probably wasn't the right grammar, forgive me, but but it was very important to my family, very important to my mother growing up, and I just couldn't be happier today, unless she was also with us, which I think she is in her spirit. So, but people of all backgrounds, beliefs, and aspirations, and across the system, we are deeply committed to that founding mission, and it is the right of all our citizens and our shared responsibility to deliver higher education to every student that we can. And that responsibility requires SUNY to evolve and to renew ourselves, facilitated by buildings such as this center. More than ever, facilities matter, gathering spaces matter, and the environment in which we learn and teach matters. Suffolk Community College, with 27,000 full-time and part-time students, 11,000 right here on the Grant campus, is leading by example and creating spaces that, in addition to being well-equipped, are safe and sustainable and inspiring. The reason I'm here today is because of the leadership of Dr. McKay, but also the leadership of one of your students. I believe that it was at the student assembly last Friday when a student stood up in the back, very first question, you can imagine who that student might be, China, and said, I just have one question. Will you come and be part of this incredible ribbon cutting ceremony? And I said, of course, I would. So thank you. Thank you for that invitation. So I'm excited to see all the great spaces. As was mentioned earlier, the photo and video studios, the learning laboratories, the 20 places where students can gather, and the green roof. Gotta love the green roof. I'll remember what I've seen, this thoughtful and innovative design, and take that with me as I go and visit all the other 64 campuses. And you may ask, why does it take me 6 weeks to get here?
Why?
I'll tell you why. Your mascot is the shark. Now, I grew up swimming. I'm from a swimming family. And when my brothers and sisters wanted me to swim faster, they would say, swim like the sharks are after you. So here's what I'm going to tell the rest of those campuses. I'm going to say, you better get swimming because the sharks are after you. Congratulations on a fabulous, fabulous facility. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. It's now my pleasure to introduce, from the College Board of Trustees, our chair, Teresa Sanders.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony for our Learning Resource Center. And thank you very much, Dr. Johnson, for coming to actually see and visualize how we are transforming students' lives through the science of environmental learning. See, I hang out on this campus. I hang out with all these smart people. So these things I learn, it really is a science and an art. We sat in a board meeting, and my fellow trustees and I were just amazed at the design aspects of the building, because as we look at all these different buckets in terms of how do we make students successful, this is a piece when you talk about the environment and learning and making sure students can come together in healthy environments and the LEED certification. I'll say that one more time. These are things that are cutting edge. And my last meeting on a state level, I went up to, I think it was Albany, with Dr. McKay and with Kevin Peterman, and we met with Johanna, and I have to say that it was very interesting to hear the discussion statewide with other trustees and other college presidents as they talked about the environmental challenges of colleges and universities that are aging, and how do we keep up with new learning styles and aging facilities. So I commend this entire team here at Suffolk Community College for what you're doing to make this learning environment happy, healthy, and a place where students really want to come. So thank you so much for your leadership on this, Dr. McKay, and thank you to the entire team and my fellow trustees for all that you do in terms of your giving of your time. So thank you very much.
It's now my pleasure to introduce a very good friend of the college who comes and visits us often, the SUNY Senior Vice Chancellor for Community College and Educational Pipeline, Joanna Duncan-Poitier.
So I'm not going to say good morning. Good afternoon, everyone, and what a pleasure it is to be here with all of you today. Rabbi Moss said, this is good, this is very good, oh my God, this is fantastic. I grew up looking for card catalogs. I don't know if there are a few of you that yeah, you remember that? So now to be in a facility that is this real state of the art, everything from the study rooms to standing computers, I tell you, really, really wonderful for the students of Suffolk County Community College. And I would just like to add my congratulations along with the chancellors on this absolutely fantastic facility. I have to say something. I didn't know about the China conversation, but I will say this. This chancellor is very, very new. She's trying to get all across the state of New York and see 64 campuses from the tip of Long Island to the Canadian border. It's a lot of ground to cover, and in more than 6 weeks, by the way. And I will tell you, this is someone who you're going to be very impressed with over time. We're very lucky to have her. And her indication to me of how she knows what's important is her being here today with all of us. This is a wonderful achievement to truly enhance the quality of teaching and learning here for one of the finest institutions of higher education, period. What goes on here at Suffolk Community College has really been amazing and has truly served as a system-wide leader for really many of our sister institutions in the areas of STEM, workforce development, math pathways, and so many other areas. Sean McKay, everyone knows he's wonderful. Sean McKay is truly a leader among equals, and he does have a presence about him. If you don't pay attention to him when he walks in the room, he will make sure that you do. Whether it's by saying good morning, good afternoon, or hey guys, let's figure out how to get this together. I do actually remember when you spoke about this learning center and said that one day it's going to be as fantastic as I tell you, Joanna. And I will tell you, I think it's even more fantastic than that. So as you move forward on the Stay on Long Island scholarships and strengthening all the things that make it really wonderful to be a student here at Suffolk County Community College, I would really just like to thank the many people who made this possible. You shared with all of us a long list of key people who made a difference, and we'll never forget about you. I'm actually scared of you. But we know how much work this takes, how much support, how much funding, how much the legislature's support meant. And I can only say, as the Chancellor did, this is really a dedication to teaching and learning. This is wonderful for the students. It will allow them to spend time with faculty, with friends, to study, and truly to fulfill their dreams. And for that, we thank you so very, very much, and congratulations.
It's now my pleasure to introduce a great friend of the college, presiding officer of the county legislature, Honorable Dwayne Gregory.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor to be here. What a beautiful building. I want to welcome, and it's a pleasure to meet you, Dr. Johnson, and Vice Chancellor Joanna Duncan-Poitier, and of course, Dr. McKay and Dr. Keene, and my colleagues in the legislature, and my good friend Teresa Sanders, and the Board of Trustees. Congratulations to all of you. You know, when we're at the legislature and we're voting on various items, and you're always making decisions of what's good, what you think is can be improved upon, what our needs are, particularly in times of fiscal stress and difficulties. But our legislature, who some of our members have been graduates of this institution, and are proud to say that, we as a body have been very supportive of the college. And it's great to see one of our accomplishments, and I will say it's one of the legislature's accomplishments as well, that to see a beautiful building that's more than just architecturally and aesthetically pleasing. It's a place that will transform lives. And Dr. McKay has a saying, and I'm going to ask him to recite it. Half the room probably already knows it. Through education comes transformation, economic empowerment. That transformation will be happening without a doubt because of this facility and the resources that it provides. But without Dr. McKay's advocacy and the legislature's support, there's probably one single person, and I don't want to forget him, who is responsible for today's accomplishment, because we will support this, but you need someone to write the check. And we have the man here who wrote the check, and that's Comptroller Kennedy. And so, yes. So it's truly and literally, without him writing the check, we wouldn't be standing here today. But all seriousness, congratulations to everyone, and look forward to partnering with you in the future to meet all of our students' needs. Congratulations, everyone.
It's now my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Education and Human Service Committee for the Suffolk County Legislature, Honorable Monica Martinez.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here. This is such an exciting day. I walked into the building and I said, wow, it is bright. No one's going to be falling asleep in this library, that's for sure. And I remember going to my libraries in college, and they were very dim, so when I was getting tired from studying, I took a little snooze, but it's not happening here. So thank you for inviting us here today. Thank you for everyone who's involved in this, to our men and women in labor for making sure this also hit the ground running. I remember we were out there a few years ago with our shovel in hand, waiting for this to happen and break ground, and it's exciting. This resource center will give our students here an independent and direct learning, state-of-the-art institution, with still keeping it a little bit traditional with our books on our shelves. And to me, that is great, because you don't want to completely go away from the old school. You still have to keep those papers in hand. And I know that our libraries appreciate that too. And just the fact that we're here as a community really stands out what this college is all about. And having every single one of you here from different areas of our community is great to see. And thank you, Chancellor, for being here, because this is truly a gem in this community. And I represent this community as well, the Brentwood district. And just to see it prospering, it's so great. And not only do you need people on board, but we need people with a mission and vision. And this is what the college does. All right, leading it with our President McKay, to a board of trustees, to the entire administration. If you don't have this vision, then we really can't move forward. So I really want to personally thank you for having the best interest of our students, whether they are 18 or whether they're 50. All right, they're all students here on this campus, and they all need to be given the proper resources to become successful individuals, not only in society, but our workforce. So thank you so much, and thank you for having me here.
At this time, we would like to call forward the representative from the New York State Senator Tom Croce's office to present to Dr. McKay and members of the college a certificate of recognition.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Senator Thomas Croce, I'd like to present this certification. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today. He's out of state on official business, but I'd just like to present this to you, and congratulations on this wonderful, beautiful facility. That's yours. Yes. Thank you so much. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
At this time, we'd also like to call forward Leslie and John Kennedy, who have proclamations to present to the college as well.
Thank you. Thank you for coming down today. I walked in here today. The structure is amazing. Congratulations, architects. Congratulations, unions. And congratulations to all of you for working hard. On behalf of everyone in my district, the neighboring district, a little bit to the north, we are thankful, and I personally am thankful as a 1980 something graduate of Suffolk Community College in nursing.
And let me just add, Chancellor, both we Kennedys benefited from SUNY education, as a matter of fact, and to take a page from Dr. McKay's playbook. Both of us got all of our education while working full-time, and I'm so thrilled to see the representatives from St. John's, where I got my JD. But for the ability to go ahead and get a bachelor's from Stony Brook and to attend Suffolk Community College campus here as well, neither of us would be where we are. So thank you, and we will stand with you always. Thank you.
Close to 10,000 students a day walk the Michael J. Grant campus, attending classes, participating in activities, and serving as students on this magnificent campus. Bringing greetings from our student body and to share their experience, we have two amazing student leaders that I'd like to now call forward to share their thoughts, China Jones and Amina Zahid.
I guess I'm going first. Okay. The first day of this semester, I found myself, for the first time in my life, on the verge of giving up on all my aspirations. Many of you, sorry, I'm nervous. I'm just a student. Let's try this again. Okay. Good afternoon. Can we hear me without the mic? No? Okay. Thank you. We'll make this work then. The first day of this semester, I found myself, for the first time in my entire life, on the verge of giving up on all my aspirations. Many of you are wondering, how is she standing before us then, addressing an audience of lawmakers, social changers, and the newest addition to our SUNY family, Chancellor Kristina M. Johnson? The answer dwells within this building. The Learning Resource Center was my saving grace. This building, through its enormous services offered, meticulous records kept, both in-house and online, and the efforts put forth by everyone working here, is the reason why I stand before you today. The experience this building provides the student body surpasses all expectations. Here, students will learn about new interests, hobbies, potentially pick a career path, but most importantly, find themselves. And for that, all the students and I on the Michael J. Grant campus want to thank you guys. Yes, clap it up. Thank you to everyone who made this possible. Because of your advocacy, efforts, and quite frankly, your money, this is possible. You guys made this possible. So thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Amina Zahid. I am a full-time student at Suffolk County Community College Grand Campus. My major is liberal arts, science, and biology. I am a peer mentor and a secretary of Student Government Association. First, I would like to thank Dr. James Keene and Lisa Hamilton for providing me this great opportunity to present my perspective as a student at the ribbon cutting ceremony of our library and learning resource center. Second, I would like to thank you all of the great leaders of our SUNY family for their best contributions toward this achievement. I started my college first semester about 2 years ago, and I have seen this building being constructed from the beginning, and like some magic happening at this place every day. And this place rise from nothing to everything. This building has everything that a student would like to have in their effective learning environment. A wide range of resources such as books, computer, group study rooms, single study rooms, open study area, tutoring centers for and many more resources for students to use. And these all resources are central attention, source of attention of everybody. And so far my experience with the library has been very exciting and funny. Yeah, let me tell you. Just like so many other students, I was desperately waiting for this building to be open for us students. So first day of semester, I walked into the library. I came here upstairs. I walked into one of those rooms, and I started singing to my full, because I was assuming that these rooms are soundproof. No, yeah, I know they are not soundproof. That was embarrassing. Yeah. So, but it's yeah. But I was so happy to be here, and this I love whenever I come in this building. It's so bright and mind refreshing for me. I'm here all the time, studying alone with my friends, helping my peers, and also helping myself to become a better person every day. I see students come here, they seek knowledge, they learn, they explore for a better future by using all of those resources. And I think this is a perfect place for a student to come together, explore together, and bloom together as whole. Lastly, I would student of Suffolk County Community College Grand Campus, and I would like to say thank you to all of those great personalities who have contributed their times, minds, efforts, hard work, and of course money into this great project and made it happen for us students. Thank you all. Thank you.
Before we conclude the program, I'd ask the tour guides and the peer mentors who are serving as tour guides, if you just come forward, if you just stand up to the front, please. So as we bring our program to a close, first I'd like to very much thank you for being here for this great event today. I'd like to invite you for refreshments that are in the back of the room. Dr. McKay would ask that our public officials and members of SUNY, if you would join him down on the staircase. And to those who are here, we have amazing peer mentors who are well ready to bring you on tours throughout the building, and their fantastic experience to learn all the crevices and all the great programs that we have and to hear from our students in regards to their experiences. Thank you again for being here at this great event.